Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the pros and the lesser pros of the new upcoming hero, Mathilda. What's interesting about her is she is tagged as a support as well as an assassin. Let's get into her pros first. Her passive enhances her next basic attack and gives her a huge movement speed burst for a short duration. This damage is really very high and it gets higher as you level up. What speed has to do with it? Well, the passive stacks as you move. The more you move, the more passive you gain. So, having more speed means you will be getting your passive faster and hence dealing more damage. A quick tip: when sitting idle, just run circles on the position you are standing at. This charges your passive.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
So, what makes her an assassin? It's her skill 1. Upon using it, it generates a wisp around her. This wisp hits nearby targets when the duration of the skill expires or when you recast it. The wisp does really very high damage, but it doesn't look too threatening now, does it? Let's take it a notch higher. During the duration of the skill, if you move, it will generate extra wisps. The number of wisps generated depends on the distance you move, and each of them deals massive damage. This is what makes her have an assassin stack.
Double kill.
For a fun experiment, let's give her 5 wind talkers and rapid boosts. Now she's gonna run really very fast, which means she will also generate more wish and hence deal more damage. However, the number of wish caps at 6 means you can only have 6 wish at a time, and repeatedly hitting the same target deals a little less damage, but it's still a lot. This skill's innate damage is really very high, means even without much item boost she can still deal a lot of damage. This makes her really very strong at early game. She can force her opponents on the back foot due to this skill alone.
Let's make our debut. You have slain an enemy. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Let's make our
Her skill 2 is a dash, which then becomes a buff to movement speed while also providing a shield. This excels both at offense and defense. It can help you chase down enemies or run away from them. It even helps you get more wish for your skill 1. However, its major use is its ability to give her allies a shield and a movement speed buff. If an ally is near her when she casts her skill 2, they will also get a shield and a buff. This can be really very helpful in a tad too many situations.
well, yet you didn't make it, did you?
What's a better way of defining her ult except for that? She marks a target, then runs circle around it while shooting like a maniac. If that wasn't enough, she face first hits the marked target, knocking them back and dealing even more damage. Crazy, isn't it? You can also end her skin early by retapping on the ult to strike the enemies from unexpected angles. Her circles can be rather long.
Better be on the road. Legend.
Overall, you wouldn't want to be trapped inside this nightmare.
Monster kill.
Now, if you take a look at her skill set, her passive boosts movement speed, her skill 2 boosts movement speed, her ult boosts the distance it travels, and her skill 1 deals more damage depending on how much she travels. What if a crazy guy decides to use all of this together? Well, there is what defines her assassin stat. She is a nightmare when her skills are used in synergy. You can literally mock an enemy by running circles around him and suddenly dealing infinite burst damage to show him the way to his home base. In a 1v1 situation, well, she has a lot of advantages. She has two shield giving abilities, her ult and skill 2, two abilities that boost movement speed, and two that deals a lot of damage, which are her skill 1 and passive. What else does one even need? She can outrun her enemies while executing them off. Let's just keep her ult aside for a while. Even without this, her skill 1 in conjugation with the skill 2 and passive can make any enemy have a run for their life. Make items like the Ice Queen wand and Glowing wand, combine them with the roam item, and you have a fast moving executing machine running around for blood. She can be a strong asset when ganking lanes, as she brings the damage while she's on her way. Like really on her way. So, those were the strong parts of her. Now let's take a look at her less stronger parts. First one being she is still a side hero. What I mean is, even with her skills and damage, she is squishy. She can only be a threat if enemies allow her to be, or if your allies are ahead to take up all the damage while you deal damage to the enemy from side. But with her, you will feel like that you can be the initiator. You can be the one who ganks and kills the enemy all by herself. And the dirty thing is, you might even succeed, but ultimately at the cost of your and even your teammates' life. Secondly, her skills are avoidable. Even with all the speed and damage boost she has, enemies can evade her skills, and that's not really very hard either. So when using her skills, make sure you can be near the enemy, like having 6 wish on her skill 1 and no enemy around. It would be a disaster. So that would be it from this video. She is a beast. Under the right hands, she can be a huge ganking machine. If you spot her in your lane ganking, it might already be too late, as she would have built up her wish along the way. Then she would just ult and mock you before giving you a quick death. Thanks for watching, and I hope I see you guys again soon.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.